So the day-old question that a lot of people have, and most likely you were asked in elementary, if you were stranded on a deserted island, what would you pick to bring? Or if your house burnt down, or if it was hit by a tornado or something of the natural disaster, what would you rescue? And since I take things literally, I've always thought about this question: what would I take with me? And the normal thing to take is like your phone charger, keys, necessary things. But sometimes you have to think a little bit deeper and outside the box before you really realize there's things that mean more than just these objects. And so for the brown bag speech, I have 4 objects in this bag that mean something to me deeper than physical needs. So my first object, and this is one that a lot of people might use for an example, but it is one that I think is very important to mention, is this photograph. This is my family. This is my mom here, my dad, me, and my brother. All these people have something that mean a lot to me. So my mom, she is the kindest woman I think I have ever met, and she will do anything to help you, even if she does not have the time of day to do it. She will come to all my school sports and just all my school activities, such as like basketball, track. She'll even try and take off school to come see me do these things. She supports my other things, such as like theater. I do theater, and she'll come and watch the plays that I do. This is my dad, as I mentioned before. He's a little bit different than my mom in supporting me. He supports us financially. He is a log truck driver, which means he's usually off for a week at a time before he comes home for about like 1.5 days and then goes off again. It really saddens us we don't get to see him, but he's out there working on the road. He works at night, and which is a little more dangerous than working in the day, but he does avoid all the other cars, but he has all the animals to look out for, but he supports us in that way. And then this is my brother, and my brother is also kind of a special case because he's not around. Me and him are 17 years apart. He is 35, I think, this year, or he'll be turning 36, and he lives in about 2 hours away. And he only comes down for Christmas, and we might go up there for his birthday, but really, we don't see him. Now, in past years, me and him would just kind of linger around each other. We really didn't have any similarities. Until this year, I finally started, branching myself out, and we finally realized we have some of the same personality traits and same things that we like. So we have really been hanging out with each other. And so this is why I would bring this, is because it would remind me of the people that have supported me the most. Okay, my second item that I have in here, it's a little weird, but the story goes along with it well. It's the ceramic shark statue. So another part of my family, my uncle passed away about a year ago, and so my aunt is still alive, and she really isn't doing well herself. So me, my mom, my dad, and my aunt went on a cruise this past summer, and it was fun. We went to the Bahamas, we went to Nassau, and this is where I got this. We stopped there, and of course it's hot, it's summer, and we're all a little miserable, so we find this little aquarium, and so we go in there, and I mean, it's got the touch areas, they've got all these exotic fish, and they have sharks. One of my special interests is sharks, and so they had nurse sharks, and they had a few hammerheads, and I think they also had a tiger shark. But this statue is where I got that. It was in the souvenir shop, and the reason I really care about this in specifics is because once my uncle died, I really realized people aren't around forever. You need things to remember them by. And this reminds me of my aunt and how kind and caring she is for me, because on our formal nights when we went, because cruises, you go to dinner at night and in certain restaurants, and they like split everyone up into different restaurants. And there would be some nights where we'd have dress nights. And one of ours would be formal. She would share some jewelry with me. She would offer me jewelry and makeup and to do my hair. And really, we bonded over that. Because when I was younger, we would stay over at their house. But as we grew up, my family and their family really distanced ourselves. So this reminds me that I really need to stay close to those who seem like they're struggling. Because she is struggling, but seems to be doing better. Alright. My third object is actually this mug. So, just looking at it, it is not anything special. It is just a mug. But the picture on it is a cat, an orange cat. That was my pet cat named Tiger. He has passed away, unfortunately, but it does give me really good memories, like the time we got him. So my best friend's mom had some kittens, and she gave one to my dad when I was about 8. At this time, I was playing softball with my best friend and the rest of my team. So my dad pulls up to the school, and he's kind of huddling something in his arms, kind of like a baby almost. And I'm like, hey, what do you have? What do you have? And he opens his arms, and there's a kitten. Of course, 8-year-old girls, they love kittens, so we all run off the field to go pet this kitten. This cat was with me through some of my hardest times, like in middle school when I had this friend that really wasn't kind, and so he was with me through that, and he was the sweetest. Like, when we first got him, he was kind of mean. Like, he would distance himself and would scratch and bite you, but whenever he got older, he loved to be pet and such not. Like my cat right now named Loki, he was almost the same way. And so we had to put him down because he got sick one day and just really wasn't feeling well. But this mug reminds me of my cat and another person. After my cat died, my friends knew how much this cat meant to me because I cried for a long time and grieved for a long time. So what they did is, for my birthday, one of my friends got me this mug, and oh my goodness, I cried at my birthday party in front of everyone. It was a little embarrassing, but this meant a lot to me. So that it also reminds me of how my friends support me through even the smallest things, such as losing a pet. Finally, I have my last item. This one's a little silly to be rescuing from a fire or like from the house, but it means a lot more to me than what some would think. So it is this keychain. It's a donut, but more specifically, it's a Hello Kitty keychain, as you can see here. And the keychain has a little bow on it, and inside it's got glitter and beads, and one of the beads is actually Hello Kitty's head. It's right, like, about there. So I started basketball back after quitting for about 2 years, last year, and I really struggled through it. And so I have this girl in my grade. She's homeschooled, but she comes and plays basketball with us. And for Christmas, she gave me this. And I was thinking of quitting this year because I have been having a really tough time handling basketball. It's so overwhelming for me, and some of the girls bicker with each other, and just our coach is a little bit mean, but something about it didn't feel right. Something about it felt wrong. And a quote I live by daily is, "You must never be afraid to do what you know is right, even if you stand alone." So in this sense, I stand alone because this is a personal decision that would affect others. And losing a teammate really affects the team because one of our teammates actually quit but came back. And during the time that she quit, we struggled terribly. She was our best scorer, so without her, we weren't making as many points. But with this, it reminds me that even if I'm really struggling, as with the mug, I have people here willing to support me through anything that I need to be supported from. So again, thinking about the question of if your house was on fire, what would you take? And not being able to say, oh, my phone charger, my keys, my wallet, that's a hard decision to make. It's hard to be like, how can I be creative? And even learning a lesson and giving a quote, but all these objects that I've shown mean something to me. It means people care about me. Memories from those who I have lost. So in general, this means more than just an ordinary phone or a charger. It means I have people who care and I have memories, and I think that's all I need.